Hi everyone, John here with, hold on a second. It's better. Hi, John here with Fountain Pen Love, and today I want to give you a peek inside my paper sample pack process. Now this is something I've offered on my website for quite a while, but I've never really shown anyone the behind the scenes of what goes into creating these paper sample packs. So today, we're gonna take a bunch of notebooks and turn them into sample packs. Come along, let's see what happens. Now, one of the first steps in the process is taking a notebook, cutting off the spine, and making it into individual pieces of paper. Now, I used to try and do this with a razor blade when I very first started, but it is really time consuming and not very accurate. So I bought this huge paper cutter that cuts through notebooks like nothing else. So I just take the notebook, put it in here, has this nice crank to hold everything down nice and tight. Let's see, get the spine lined up, crank this down, nice and tight. And then down comes the blade. All right, loosen this up. And now the spine and the notebook, all individual sheets, ready for the next step. Now you can see I try to keep a pretty decent inventory of notebooks on hand to make these paper sample packs. And I do have everything from, these small APICA notebooks. I have Tsubame Note, but I also have some larger notebooks. I have these, Leuchtturm 120 GSM, which are big hardcover notebooks. I have notepads, some G Lalo. I have, let's see, what else do we have in here as far as notepads go? Oh, plenty over here, Life Bank paper. So there's a little bit of everything. I mean, everything that's found in my sample packs is here in these stacks right here. So it's a good amount of paper that I keep on hand at any given time. If you ever do go on my website and see that I am currently out of stock, it either means I don't have any more of a particular type of notebook or paper, or maybe I have them, I just haven't assembled more paper packs yet. So if you ever see that, fear not, I have not run out of paper, but I might just have some on order or not have any sample packs created at the moment. Now, once I have my notebook cut and ready to go, there are a few more steps before it's ready to be put into a paper sample pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the paper aside here. The next thing that I do is I need to label everything so that on the piece of paper that comes with these sample packs, you know which number corresponds to which paper. So what I do there is I have all of these numbers, and I go ahead and just cut this strip so that I can go ahead and attach it to the paper samples. So let me get this all taken care of, and I'll be right back. So the next thing I do is I take this little washi dispenser, tear off pieces of washi tape, and attach it to each one of these. I experimented in the beginning of this process when I was first creating these sample packs to see what worked best, the best way to go ahead and label these paper samples so that everyone would know what they were. I really didn't want to write on each one because who wants to get paper that's already written on? So I found that this washi does a very good job of sticking to the paper, keeping this number on there, but then tearing off, just removing from the paper fairly easily and cleanly without ruining or damaging the paper itself. I can't promise it's gonna be perfect every single time, but in general, it seems to work really, really well. So there are 17 of these numbers in each strip that I cut up. So I know that every single time I do one of these strips, I've added 17 more little paper packets into my inventory for sample packs. And so helps me keep track of things so that I know how much paper I have at any given time. And there we go. These are ready to go onto my individual pieces of paper. So let's go ahead and do that next. All right, so this is the notebook that I just cut the spine off of. We now have a bunch of individual pieces of paper that I can put into packets. So the way that I do this is I just take one of these. There's 2 pieces of paper in each packet. So I just take the 2, fold the washi over, and now this is ready to go. So I just do this for each notebook that's cut, and I basically build up an inventory of these little packets that are ready to go into sample packs. So I'll go ahead and do this, and we'll come to the assembly part next. All right, there you have it. 17 little paper packets are ready to go into the sample packs. Now I do want to point out that each of my sample packs does have a different variety of papers in it. So this right here is my paper connoisseur sample pack. These are all papers that I think are fantastic and that everyone should try at some point or another. So you may not want to go out and spend all the money it takes to buy each of these notebooks, but buying the sample pack is a little bit more affordable and lets you find any new favorites that you might come across. Another thing I want to point out is that some papers are only available in B5, and if that's the case, they do come folded, which is a little more time consuming, but I think it's worth it. I don't have to buy a larger envelope. Everything comes in a small, nice A5 envelope, and these are just going to be 2 pieces of paper folded together and in the sample pack, ready to go. Now, also included in the sample pack is going to be this piece of paper that describes what you're getting. So you can see it has numbers on it. So sample number 5, Clairefontaine Triomphe, is sample number 5 right here. So all of these numbers do correspond to this piece of paper that comes in the sample pack describing what you're going to receive and what you have in front of you. And that's pretty much it as far as the overall labor goes when I'm creating these sample packs. Now there is one final step. I have to take all of my individual little packets that I've assembled and put them into one paper sample pack. So I have my cover sheets already printed out. I have all of the different papers that go into it, so a bunch of different paper samples. Put those together, put them in a hard envelope, and it's ready to be sent out, maybe to you. So that is what goes into creating a paper sample pack. I hope you found this informative and educational. If you ever want to purchase one, I offer a large variety on my website. You can even create your own custom ones, and I hand assemble those every single time someone orders one. So thanks for watching. Happy writing.